purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life.
Welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ewell. Today, we got a very special guest, one of our clients inside of the Habit-Based Marketing System, Joanne Deacon. She's out of Littleton, Colorado, and she has a business called Renew You Med Spa. She's really been crushing it the last couple weeks, but also just consistency the last year since she's been inside of our program. So Joanne, I want to welcome you onto the show.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Well, hey, can you tell us a little bit about you and kind of like, I know, the med spa space wasn't something you started with, but can you kind of tell us a little bit about you and your journey?
Yes. I have been a nurse for almost 14 years. And back in 2018, I wanted to start a med spa. And so did that as my 40-year-old crisis to get me out of the hospital, and then opened my med spa. Closed in 2020 and then just decided to reopen. And because I am part of this group and the marketing strategies that you taught me, I am doing way better my second time around than I did back when I first opened.
Yeah. So let's talk. Yeah, no, I love that. That's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about, because you transition from being an employee, you still are at the hospital, but being a business owner for the first time, like what was that like for you?
I mean, a little chaotic. I'm not more the business person, an accountant. I'll leave that for my husband. I'm just like the fun nurse that gets to meet cool people and make them feel really good about themselves. So, I'm still working my way to try to do that and not just pawn it off on my husband.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this second time around, what's been different for you in having the success you're having now versus kind of like the first time around?
The organic marketing that you taught me. I have had the most quality patients and patients that I have already had repeats and will continue to keep coming back, building relationships with this time around. And no ads, no pushing, and no being kind of needy and thirsty, like just natural meeting people, getting that organic, great clientele to start really building my business. Every month has been better and better. It is my part-time fun job. I'm full-time nurse, so it's a good balance. So it built for me in the perfect amount of time that I needed it to happen. It's been great.
That's amazing.
Thank
you. I think a lot of it too is like being a business owner. Sometimes we don't realize that we need business skills. Like you have skills as far as like what you do when you work on people, but like a lot of people don't recognize that, they need marketing, they need sales, they got to kind of put themselves out there. Like, what has that been like for you to be able to do that every month or just keep consistent with it? Because, it's not always easy to put yourself out there, but like, what has that been like for you?
It's been a year, so I've gotten way more comfortable than when I first started, that's for sure. And a lot less sensitive when people don't respond well, which usually they do. I mean, I don't know. Do I look mean and scary, So it's been easier.
Not like me.
Talking, I didn't mean that. It's been just way easier talking to people and just having natural conversations. And if they get back to me, great. If not, it wasn't meant to be, it's almost kind of like a numbers game. Like if you want to talk, we can. If not, then, I'm around. No big deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, a lot of the times people in a community, you're used to having to go out to events and like meet people and things like that. But like, this has kind of allowed you to be able to do it all from the palm of your hand versus like having to go out, to events. Like, what is that like, knowing you got a full-time job and then knowing that like, this is kind of like something fun that you get to do and you're kind of creative with it? What has that been able to be like?
It has been a game changer. For sure. Working 6 to 2:30 cardiology, and then I go to my med spa. By the time I get home, I want to work on my business, but I always want to be with my family too. And, my kids will call me right. You're always doing this, It is so much better to at least get my business done from my pajamas on my couch, hanging with my kids, watching some show we've watched 10 times where it doesn't really matter, but I'm still present, instead of getting ready, getting in the car, driving somewhere, having a 2-hour meeting, coming back, and then it's like they're in bed, or at school. So it has just been a game changer. It's just, I wish I had it the first time around, but better late than never for sure. It saved my
you may not appreciate it the same way as you do now, right?
I like that. Exactly. And now I don't have to deal
Yeah.
with COVID.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, what's maybe been like an unexpected result for you since being in the program?
The fast turnover rate where it's like every single month is more and more and more. And I'm not having to even reach out as much as people just reaching out to me. You know, they just see my posts and I don't know what it is, but they just reach out to me. I try to reach out to them first and, thanking them for, accepting my friend requests and all that stuff. Just show appreciation and get to know someone like that. And now as time goes on, people just have been kind of reaching out to me and it's just been my packages, microneedling have been, selling more and more. And then the Botox selling more and more, which are my two specialties really since it's just my fun part time. So I can Botox myself
for. Yeah, no, that's so cool. I mean, I think maybe the bigger thing is you're kind of becoming like the go-to person in your community, right? And like that's pretty cool to have people reach out to you. I know one thing that I see commonly with you is you do post a lot about the results and like the transformation that people make before and after, which is really cool, right? Because people get to actually like see your work.
Thank you.
So like, yeah. What's maybe been the coolest transformation you've had working with someone?
There has been a lot. I really thrive on my clients getting results. Like if they're not happy, they come back and we do something about it. Everything from under eye bags with the microneedling, like everyone is so different. Jowls, like everyone has different goals. Foreheads, I have gotten rid of permanently, like some people's foreheads just by consistent. It never went back to the way they originally were. So, some people come in for pores and it's just different things. And they get great results. And I have such a good relationship with my clients that if I crop it enough, I ask them first. I'm like, hey, you care if I post this? They're like, go ahead. We're rooting for you type thing. So it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah, that's so cool. So I know, in the last week or a couple weeks, I think you said you got 11, new clients or new potential leads. Which is amazing, right? So from a business standpoint and kind of like, marketing and really understanding how the system works now that you've been doing it for a year, like what do you see as the potential growth opportunity for you kind of like heading into the last like quarter of 2025?
Probably developing more packages and having more of that mindset. But that will come with time and opening new accounts and talking to different reps and all that kind of stuff that I just have to find the time for. But eventually down the road, I think that is the step that I would want to go to.
Well, I know this isn't like your full-time gig, but I mean, you're actually, you're doing really well and consistently bringing in revenue every month. And I think even what's cooler than that is you're having a lot of fun. You're able to kind of be creative with it. And, you're still able to kind of hang out with your family and be present as their mom and wife, which is even cooler too.
Thank you. It has been more than I even thought would happen, and I probably could have gotten a little faster with everything, but I think it's been the perfect pace for what I have going. It's been great. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you being in the program and we appreciate just how hard you work and everything that you're doing. So we want to thank you for being on the show
and
today.
I love the support from everyone. It's fun. I love it. Like, I don't know if there's other, groups out there, but it's great.
Well, I mean, nothing like this, right?
It's
that's
great, yeah. So I'm super happy and I'm thankful that I met you.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hey, we thank you so much for being on the show today. Guys, if you want to find out more about what we do inside the habit-based marketing system, go into the show notes, click the link, or send me a message, jesse@habitbasedlifestyle.com. If you're watching on YouTube or something else, you can always check the notes. There'll be a direct link to get a hold of me. Until next episode, have a great day. One sec.
You've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Ewell.